Anime. It's time for anime. It's time for JRPGs. It's time for anime and JRPGs. You're on Rage Alert.
It's robots.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Dojo Hair Rage Light Top Jam.
I'm mad. It's
hold on.
time.
Shut up, Matt. We got to listen to. Oh, look, it's a girl in a field.
And there's leaves.
Oh, there's leaves. There's grass. Cut grass. It's corded tree.
Young, attractive guy.
Oh, I got my bags in my face. Oh, look, I got like a cell phone and I got
robot phone.
Rifle. And there's an airship.
Airships.
Yeah,
Is it, an JRPG with airships?
Oh, look, there's a horse. The guy's got a tattoo on his arm. That guy's got. Oh, there's a robot.
Robots.
There's a school.
Forest.
Yep.
Castle.
Yep. There's a castle there.
Clearly.
So, hey everybody. This is Trails of the
Dragon.
Cold Steel 2.
Electric Voodoo?
No.
Oh, that's right. We have kibosh on that.
Nope. I'm still holding off on that.
All right.
And I like this intro because it's like they're really just throwing it all in there. Like everything. It's just
Fucking
military,
so
big
many
swords, short shorts, robots,
robot arms,
robot
girl.
fights,
Obviously, cat girl,
emo girl, cat fights,
more girls.
Yep, there's some crystals, there's some robots, there's some tanks, there's some trench coats,
standing on
Valkyrie, airship. Yep. So there you go.
More attractive dudes, more attractive ladies.
Yep. So I'm gonna tell you right now, Matt.
What's that?
That I know a lot. I know a lot about this game.
Oh, do you?
But I don't know everything about this game because this game assumes it really, really wants you to have played the previous game before you fucking dare to start here.
Okay,
but
cool.
It's a complicated game.
Okay,
it's a complicated story. It's a complicated universe. It's a complicated opening cutscene. It's still going on.
Still going.
Look at this.
Oh, jeez, half our runtime.
All right, here we go.
Woo! Clouds. That is straight out of Attack on Titan, but okay.
Neon Falcon. All right, so here we go. Trails of the Cold Steel 2, Legend of Heroes. This is part of the Trails series of JRPGs, of which there have been like 12 or something stupid like that.
49.
So we're going to go ahead and for this first part, we're going to go ahead and just start a new game.
All right, cool.
In the second part, we are going to go to my saved game, and well.
I was impatient.
Well, that's just confused. I'm so confused right now.
I felt overwhelming disappointment with myself and anger at my own weakness.
Oh, I'm so weak.
You gotta talk out your problems, bro.
I'm so weak.
Talk them out. Go to your therapist.
Thanks for worrying about me.
So, okay, you see what we're seeing right now, this whole sepia thing?
Right.
This is the last game. Every time they reference the last game,
Class 7, I was sitting in a room full of strangers.
Voice acting's pretty good.
it's okay. It's okay. Every so often you'll get one where you're like.
I've got no regrets about coming to Thor's. None at all.
So anyway, here, let me fill you in. All right.
All right.
While they're doing this
tell
bullshit.
me a thing.
Okay, so the first game basically is all about your main character going to this school called Thor's to go to the military academy to become part of this special class called like Class 8 or something like that, right? They're all different people. These are all of them, right?
Boobs.
Yeah, there's some have boobs, some don't have boobs.
Yeah. The one on the left looks like she. Anyway, go
she.
ahead. Okay.
My very first class trip.
Anyway.
Oh, I wish you were dead.
So
You deserve the chance to earn that legacy you were talking
through the
about.
course of the first game, it's like Persona where you've got classes, but then you're also like making friends, and then that factors back into into all of the combat systems.
Right.
Every waking moment.
In fact, the game starts with a bang and then just grinds to a halt. I guess there was a pop song.
That's cool. Military Academy Festival.
Oh, festival.
It looked like it
Sound
was.
it out.
It looked like it was an exclamation point. I was like, Military Academy Festive. Festive.
I'm gonna tell you right now that everybody's name in this game is wrong.
Okay.
It's wrong. Every single name in this entire game franchise, because this is the second of 3, looks like it should be a different name, and it's spelled totally wrong.
Oh, it's like Jeff, but Geoff.
No. You'll see. You'll see.
That, huh?
You'll see.
Oh boy. Single bullet to bring everything.
I don't know what this is. The game told me that I was going to be able to read the story from the first game, and then refused to let me know.
Oh, it's
fucking cyber sniper over here.
Oh, so what we're seeing is the. Yep, it's the assassination of the Archduke of Ferdinand, Fertilance.
The assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Yes, that's clearly what I meant.
See, if this guy shows up in your anime, he gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna die, and he's also at least 30.
I like that there's a book in Japan that's like how to make anime, and it's like your respected figure who's going to die, and it's just got that guy's face. It's got like 4 different versions of his face, and it's like, all right,
robots
and tanks.
Tanks and robots.
So apparently after this assassination, the tanks and the robots invaded the school. And then, like, our main character, it turns out, is like the chosen guy.
Of course he is.
And he's the only one who can bring the Dick Gundam back to life.
Dick
and then,
Gundam?
like, well, look at the dick on that Gundam.
Dick Gundam.
Look at the dick on that Gundam.
I like is it a dick, or is it just a dick shield dick?
Why would a robot need a shield for its dick? Why don't you just build a robot with no dick?
Don't the robots in Zone of the Enders have, like, straight up dicks?
Oh, yeah, they got big dicks, too.
Big old dickles. Big old dickles.
Yeah.
Robo-dicks.
Nor did I know the
Did you know that in the scene in Life of Brian where they're laughing at the biggest dickest jokes, that none of the extras were told? They were just told that if they laughed, they would get paid for the day, and that was all they were told before they started doing that scene.
If they they didn't laugh.
If they laughed, they would not get paid for the day.
Shit, man.
bottle up the feelings
Oh,
I could do
man.
nothing about.
I heard that on the internet. It could totally be
Right, yeah,
it could totally be fake.
horse shit.
Trying desperately
So
to
now we
fight
veered off
against
into the just like fucking talking about our feelings.
Oh, Talkie McTalkersons.
Like, oh man, I wanted to go to the bathroom, but the desperate burning flame of the jerky that I ate earlier wouldn't leave me alone.
The pooping.
So actually, it's funny. I played 4 hours of this game
Okay.
to get to the place where the game kind of opens up a little bit.
Right, okay.
This game actually starts way better than the first game.
All right.
This is also a PlayStation 3 game. It's $40. You can buy it on the PlayStation Network
Not
or a physical
bad.
copy. You
Hey,
also get it for
there's
the
our
Vita.
guy.
Yep. This is our main character, whose name is Reen. That's not a character.
Reen?
Nope. That's not a character name.
Green.
Yep.
Black-haired boy.
Nerd.
Does he have amnesia?
Blink.
Yeah. I can tell these graphics are definitely not made for this console.
Nice lip flap, bro. Oh, there's sometimes where they just straight up crossfade.
Reen Schwarzer.
Schwarzer. Reen. That's not a name.
Rian.
Yep. Ryan, that's a name.
Ryan, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I was fighting, and then
And then I just I crapped myself.
am I dreaming?
Am I dreaming that I have crap in my pants?
Not.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
Bring!
I've never seen it. I've never seen an actual human being ever do what he just did, and they do in anime all the time. They turn and go,
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you finally
kill him with fire,
woke
kill him
up.
with fire, kill him with fire.
Ah! The stupid tail thing is
What, the ribbon on the tail?
weirdly
Wish it
endearing,
were,
but
but this is
cats
no
hate
dream.
that shit.
Putting ribbons on their tails?
Yeah, cats don't like it when you put anything on them.
I'm going to tell you right now, animals in clothes, one of my pet peeves.
Oh, yeah?
You
Yep.
haven't got time to waste.
So you're not a big Hanna-Barbera fan then?
Which means he's not going
No, I'm talking about
anywhere
real
anytime
life.
soon.
Like cartoons, you do whatever. I don't. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
care.
well then this is a cartoon. Ashen Awakener. All right.
So yeah, that's code word for chosen one.
Oh.
Also, I think there's like 3 different intro movies for this.
no, for God's sake.
I don't know if we're gonna get to the one before we end up with this particular episode, but so here's our Persona clock.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Monday,
yeah.
11/29. Yep.
All right.
So that you remember in the guy in the Gundam in the intro?
Yes.
So our guy made this Gundam happen, and then he fought the other Gundam, but he's too much of a wussy wuss, so the other Gundam kicked his ass, and then his
like you
Gundam
do.
flew away and put him on top of a mountain, basically. That's what they're going to end up saying here. So,
Anyway, that thing.
which thing?
Never mind that. What are you?
Good
Talking cat.
That's a talking cat, bro.
Knock it off. How am I supposed to answer anything when you keep bombarding me with questions?
You're not the
after
boss of
questions?
me, cat!
Yeah. Fucking. The weird tuft is weird. Celine.
Yep.
I'm sure it's pronounced Cyliane.
Oh, no. This is one of the easy ones. That's Celine is a real people's name.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we'll get to the point where you
Like
see
the person
everybody's
with a-
name.
Yeah, the person with the only character with a real person name is the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Those Those fragments were the
I mean, not
ordinary
everybody,
great
but like
knights
70% of them.
carrying
Because there's a point where they go through, they do like, there's a movie where they go through all of the people and they introduce them as their names in the game.
Okay.
And I swear that like half of their names, it's like you look at them and it just look like a regular thing that's been misspelled or one letter's been transposed. Valimar.
Almar.
That's my.
Yeah,
that's my mech.
This is starting to feel like one of those instances where the more gobbledygook you throw at the reader or your audience, the more they're just going to be like, I don't understand.
Yeah, so this is a good question that we can talk about because this game does not. It gives a little bit of a fuck whether you played the first one,
Right.
But it really assumes that you've played the last game. You're waking up on top of a mountain. There's a mech. You're talking about. I mean, for the first hour, half of what you're going to end up seeing are these sepia flashbacks to the last game.
Right.
Like there was a whole 60-hour RPG, 460-hour RPG, where Reen gets to figure out. Oh man,
Crow.
eat Crow. So Crow's the guy in the other mech. Who was a traitor.
Oh.
How could I have
What a
known
dick.
that irresponsible playboy was the Azure Knight's
But yes,
awakener?
I understand how sentences like that mean literally nothing. It's like
He's obviously
a Mad Lib of just insanity.
Like she says, the Divine Knights that are also called the Ashen Knights, and it's like, well, why? Okay, so is he just the Ashen Knight? Or
Ah,
Get up!
you don't want to piss off a giant robot.
he should just be like, ow,
Take me back to Trista! Take me back to my classmates!
meh, meh, meh. You got to get in it and make it do stuff.
Yeah, maybe try opening the hatch and jumping inside. Why does he keep holding his hand there? Is he continuing to push on it really hard?
Thor was heavily damaged in the battle with the Azure Knight. Didn't I just tell you that?
Dick.
You did just tell
And
us that.
despite that, he strained himself flying all the way out here afterwards.
Because you're a pussy.
Yeah, for
He was
reals.
barely hanging on.
What is this, a Xenoblade X mech?
Oh! No, Matt, we'd have to play the game for 600 hours before we got to play that.
That's right.
Burn on you, Xenoblade!
Yeah, man,
Matt borrowed Xenoblade Chronicles X and was like, oh, man. And I remember I was like, you guys are overreacting. I could get this mech in like 4 or 5 hours.
Nope.
No, sir.
So I even had a friend actually come over and explain to me, like, okay, here's how, because I hit a wall in Xenoblade X, and I was like,
Hey, where
I
are
don't
you
know what
going?
I'm supposed to do now.
Yeah.
She came over to my house and was like, all right, you do X, Y, and Z, then A, B, and Z, then Z, Y, X, and this, and this is how you progress in the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. The next day, I brought it back over to Jeff's and said, I don't have time for this shit.
Yep. So anyway, here's the lowdown on this. We'll get back into it a little bit later,
Ooh,
but
we're playing.
basically,
Stuff's gotta be around here somewhere.
basically there are
Ooh, goodies.
two things. There are. Oh,
I'm gonna need to be careful.
get your shit, Reen. Get a better
Reenies.
name, Reen.
There
There you go.
There you go.
There are 3 different ways. Okay, so like any normal RPG, you've got items, you've got attack, you've got defend, you've got run away. But then you've got
the Master Quartz and the what?
in the orbment. Yeah.
for God's
So
sake.
I'm going to tell you right now that the opening to this game is way better than the opening to the last game because
All right.
it eases you into this shit. It gives you these big long things, right?
Right.
So everybody in this game has a thing called an. I'm gonna explain all this. Everybody in this game has
All
a
right,
thing
I'm
called
settling
an
in.
orbment that is like a little cell phone, right? That
Okay.
they carry around.
Well, that's
and
that thing that guy
basically,
had.
yeah.
Neat.
So basically, you set a Master Quartz into your orbment, and this one is Force, and this gives you the ability to do the Art Firebolt, and it also gives you the passive CP +3 per enemy killed, which is
Right.
important later on. It also adjusts all your stats.
Okay.
Then you can basically put more quartzes into these little surrounding thingies, and each one of them gives you a thing called an art that is a magic power. And you spend EP to do arts, but then you also have crafts.
Oh, God.
Yep. And crafts are basically you have a CP meter, which as you attack enemies, your CP meter builds up.
Okay.
And then you can use that CP to unleash.
Like a limit break, kind of.
Sort of, except that you
Okay.
have those are okay. So the ornaments you can really customize the crafts you can customize. The arts, no, I might have this backwards. Come with the character.
Oh shit.
You'll see. It'll become obvious what's going on here. You don't need to tell me any of this. You need to tell me any of this. Okay, so crafts are basically the CP meter. As you build up the CP meter, you can do crafts. Arts take the EP meter, which does not build back up on its own.
Okay.
So it's actually
a lot of numbers.
Oh, we have not yet begun to numbers. We have not yet started the numbers, Matt.
Numbers and your numbers inside of your other numbers.
When every time an enemy misses you, then you get to do a counterattack if you're still within range of it. Ouch.
Ow.
But then we also have a thing where when we go to attack, we can also bring up this little window that tells us how susceptible they are to those statuses, how susceptible they are to elementals, how susceptible they are to unbalance, and what items they'll drop, and how much sepith they'll drop when they die.
Lord.
Now this all makes sense eventually.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, it's like anything. You kind of get into it, and you. I don't know at what point I sort of see games like this, and I start thinking to myself, I don't have time for this.
You know what? It actually, they do a really good job of easing you into it.
Okay, good.
They really start with you just like hacking, hitting the attack button over and over again and doing whatever. And it takes a good 2 hours before they even start asking you to like, you see all those numbers?
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours before those even start to matter.
Oh, okay, good.
And they bring in people and they go through all these screens. All you have to do is read them. Which I did ahead of time because I didn't want to do them while we were doing this.
Right, that's fine.
So, our dude is being a standard JRPG main character piss bucket.
Oh boy!
And not paying any attention to the cat.
The cat who knows what's going on.
Well, the cat keeps trying to ask him to stop and like
he's
talk.
Like, no, I have to move forward.
He's like, oh, I've been asleep for a month. I've got to get back into fighting strength.
What's going on over at the academy now?
Whoa, Kodamaru. Sorry.
Hey, slow down a minute.
No, you slow down.
You cat.
You are the one who will be slowing down.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about Corby, my little orange tabby back home. Like suddenly being like one day being like, all right, hey, by the way, you're the chosen one.
If you could have, if you're okay, so you have a dog, right? You have a cat.
I have a dog and a cat and a ball python.
Okay, wow, dogs and cats living together. It's just mass hysteria.
Yeah.
If your cat could talk, okay, first off, if you could give either your cat or your dog the ability to speak English, would you do so? No, you know what?
Only if they were cool. Like they're like, we know what you're doing in there.
Okay, let's put it this way.
Okay.
Let's Kobayashi Maru this a little Murphu this a little bit.
All right.
Either your cat or your dog is going to speak to you in English. Which one would you like it to be?
Oh shit. I don't really care what my cat has to say.
Okay.
Because I don't think she cares.
Yeah.
My dog, I would like to be able to talk to my dog though.
Yeah.
Because my dog,
There's no way it's
like
been
if
that
I didn't have my dog, I would definitely like to talk to my cat. But if I only had to choose between the two, the dog would probably be better because then I could be like, hey, I don't want to put you on a leash. Just stay next to me.
Okay, so your dog is a lady, right?
Yes.
You got a lady dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, your dog's voice is going to be any lady celebrity that you would like to pick out. Which lady celebrity do you want your voice to talk in?
She'd probably sound like Tracer, like a high-pitched British voice. So I'm trying to think of a high-pitched. No. She would be very ladylike. She would be very proper. She would have a very North England accent.
It's like Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
Pick a human.
I'm
tell
trying
me
to,
a human.
I guess somebody like Helen Mirren, maybe a younger Helen Mirren or something. You know, or what's her name? The girl from Harry Potter.
The one who plays Miss Devereaux or whatever her name is.
What?
The older lady, right?
No. I'm thinking of the Hermione actress girl.
Oh, yeah. What's her name? Tabitha Soren or whatever.
No, what?
I don't know.
No, not at all.
No, I can't remember her name.
I can't remember either. But
Granger, Hermione.
Yeah, Hermione's
Emma
actress. Emma Watson. That's it. Emma Watson.
So anyway,
she would have like a British accent.
Yeah.
And she'd be very proper.
So these guys have
The rocks.
they if you try to hit them, that doesn't do shit. So you need to use fire to attack them.
Fire! Ouchies.
And that does a lot of damage to them. But as you see in the upper left-hand corner, sometimes when you attack an enemy, when you do the difference between between an art and a craft, right?
Yeah.
is that an art magic essentially? Let's just call them magic and skills, right?
Okay.
Skills execute immediately. Magic sometimes delays until the enemies have moved around, which is a big problem when the enemies, when the spell you're casting goes like in a ray or in a row or like whatever. So
Yeah.
it's a really. I actually have to give this. We didn't spend a lot of time getting real deep into the last one, and I did spend yesterday just playing the hell out of this.
Right.
And I got to give it props for having a pretty decent system.
It
so
seems actually not that bad. I mean, I'm picking up on a lot of what's going on.
it's a lot more difficult once they start adding more than one person to your party.
Right, of course.
And then there's like 3 other mechanics that you have to get a hold of.
Yeah, oh, jeez.
So
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I understand that the people who play these sort of games, they play them. These are the things they're looking for. They're looking for these kind of systems. They're looking for all this customization and playability.
You can at least respond.
I like the character design too. It's got that cool, clean anime style to it where I can at least. But it's not like over designed like Final Fantasy. It's very kind of direct. I can tell what everything's supposed to be.
Yeah. It's a little on the cheap side. It's pretty decent.
It's
a little on the
It's
generic
standard.
side.
Oh,
I
yeah.
kind of wish that, this company was able to make something like this. But wait, I can craft. You know what? Fuck a bunch of that. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Get the Archaeopteryx. Nice.
Is that I kind of wish that a company like this was backed up by a company like Square. Like that they had this level of creativity, but then they had the money that
Right.
Square has.
Right.
Because I'd like to see this with just a higher budget.
Oh yeah, no, I like what you were talking about. I can definitely tell this was supposed to be like a PSP game of some kind.
All right, so once your CP gets up to 100, if you save it up, then you could do what's called an S break,
Uh-oh.
where you could do, you can basically interrupt. You can interrupt the status. You can spend all of your CP at one time and do an attack that will just
Like area effect.
well here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh shit. This is really the graphics and the combat system. Oh shit. The graphics and the combat system are really reminding me of Legend of Dragoon, and I just really want to like an HD remake of that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that Square has gone like weirdly off the rails.
fucking up their own ass.
Where they don't like, it's like, oh, what? I mean, I thought I read a thing where somebody was like, where one of it wasn't a dev, but it was like somebody who worked at Square was like, oh, people don't want turn-based combat anymore, and I'm like, I do. I like
Yeah.
turn-based combat. I'm a fan.
I don't want to. Yeah, they keep trying to reinvent the wheel, and I remembered like.
You know what?
I think it was the same thing that happened when everyone
go
wanted
down here.
voice acting in games or thought they wanted voice acting in games.
Sure.
Where it was like, it was a sign of what's that?
Oh no, I was just thinking that like the first time that there was a Final Fantasy game that had full speech, we got 60 hours of listening to Titus. I'm like, oh, you guys have fully voice acted a game, finally. Oh, fuck. A soccer hooligan is my main character?
Well, to be
Shit.
fair, that was the point. He was supposed to be annoying and kind of stupid.
No. You'll never be able to say to me, Jeff, he was supposed to be really irritating, and it's like, well, then mission fucking accomplished.
then
you
he was
succeeded in irritating the shit out of me, and now
right.
I'm mad because congratulations, you did it.
All right.
Ha 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 ha! Sorry, go on.
No, that's
Totally forgot about that, didn't I?
yeah. I'm a cat.
She's got a little cowbell.
Oh.
Cowbell around her neck.
All right.
What you'd call a familiar.
All right.
She's a witch's familiar.
Uh-huh.
Usually serve the witches of the Hexagon
Oh, okay.
and aid them in
Now,
spreading their
I'm going to say right now that this game You know, I've complained in the past about Final Fantasy like throwing just like terminology at you.
Right.
This game has like 8 times the terminology. Literally,
Oh boy.
our characters are fighting on the for the Imperials,
Right.
And they're fighting against a coalition of like 8 other. There's like the Ouroboros, the Azure Knight, this
Lord.
clan, blah 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 blah. Anyway, what were you saying before I so rudely interrupted?
I fucking okay. No, I was just saying that like
Square is up its own ass.
What's that?
Square is up its own ass. I mean, you
Well,
did say
that too.
but-
No, I'm just talking about how, like, you know, back when when everybody was saying no, Zelda games need to have voice acting, need to be fully voiced and shit like that. And it's like all games need to be fully voiced. It was just a status symbol. It was basically like, well, if your game can clearly afford to have voice acting, then it deserves to exist and it deserves to be purchased. And it's the same thing for a while there with turn-based. It was like turn-based strategy was sort of seen as this bygone thing. Again, a wheel that needed to be reinvented.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. I like turn-based strategy. It's simple. It's easy to. I feel like I can handle all of these menus being thrown at me if my characters aren't fucking moving.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm getting really tired of those kind of games where I have to manage where my character is in addition to how it's attacking stuff.
Oh, it's a Bulbasaur.
Aw.
Let's kill that fucking Bulbasaur.
Fuck him up!
My turn.
Bulbasaur.
You get ready for Bulbasaur. Stealth frog. So then the thing that I haven't even started on yet is, do you see how that one Bulbasaur has a 50 under its thing?
Right.
So you got to keep an eye on this because that means that he's going to regain 50 health at that point when his turn comes up.
Okay.
Which is it's just like, or CP, I guess. Also, he's trying to put me to sleep. I got some zero arts coming in. Too slow. So the system, there's like a movement, like you can actually choose to move around the field if you want as well.
Right.
It gets really strange.
Yeah, I don't want to see, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to have to do that because I don't want to have to keep track of where my character is if I'm also trying to manage all these menus.
Yeah, it doesn't, but I guess it's just the fact that, you know, it stops at the end of every turn and you can basically kind of pick what do you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, which is nice.
I mean, and like a lot of people like prefer that sort of game style too. Like prefer to be able to like set things up. Like the most moving around that Morgan does when she plays games is so when Morgan plays Dragon Age 3, when she plays Dragon Age Inquisition, she stops for a full like 5 to 10 minutes and sets up what everyone's going to do. And then sits back and lets them all do things.
Why bother? It's all just going to be the same thing every time anyway.
Well, hey, it explains how she can beat the game like 5 times faster than me because she actually like
Dragon Age Inquisition, the third one.
Mm-hmm.
See, okay, that's one of those. Okay, I'm not trying to poop on anybody. I'm trying to random base, but like,
Everyone at the academy's safe and
you know, Jason and I were talking about that, and we're talking about Dragon Age, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I haven't beaten any of the dragons yet." And I'm just like, all I did was just play the game until I was powerful enough, and then I just kicked all the dragons' asses. Like it wasn't no thing. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna jump past all of this. Oh shit!
start figuring things out once
You still
get a little
following me?
farther down.
About time.
So anyway, I'm going to tell people about this particular game. It's kind of cool because the first game is you going into this academy, right? And then we saw the tanks and the mechs invade, right?
Like you do.
So then what happens from there is that looks like the structure of this game now is that all of your friends are scattered to the 4 winds, and so you're going to have to go get them all back. So you're going to have to go around the world because your side of this military conflict is losing. So the school got fucked up, you got fucked up, everything's fucked up. So you need to go around the world basically and have little mini adventures and get all your friends back together, get the band back together. And so I think this is the end of the prologue.
Could it be?
Is it she? What's our time looking like over there?
We were almost exactly 30 minutes. So
Okay.
I think we got time.
We might have enough time. I'm gonna get my ass kicked because I didn't spend as much time
fighting,
grinding on the mountain as I
Fighting.
should have, but
Yeah, I'm also not big into grinding. Like, if I hear that a game requires a lot of grinding, I'm not super down for that anymore.
so far I haven't found that to be the case in this game.
Okay, good.
Instructor, right?
But it definitely could be. It also though has like there's cooking, there's fishing, there's all these little mini games and stuff.
boy.
Like, it's really just a solid old school JRPG.
Yeah, but no, that's That's fine. I mean, I mean, if a game can kind of hook me in and make me care about wanting to
Is only a few hours away.
dig through all the menus and all of the various subsystems, and I'm 100% down for that. Like Xenoblade X was so fucking dense that I'm like, I don't have.
What was that?
Oh boy.
It feels like it's coming closer.
Oh boy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun 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 dun.
No, everything is not Godzilla.
Dun dun.
It's not Godzilla.
Oh, it's a robot.
Dark Souls, Matt. Come on.
Of course. There actually is some JRPG that recently came out where Godzilla was a secret boss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's a magic
it's
knife.
like it was really funny watching all these anime JRPG characters like go up against a fucking Godzilla. He actually had a move where he would literally just glare at them, and it would drop everyone's defense and attack by like half their points. It was awesome.
Oh, he looked at me.
He looked at me.
He noticed me.
Fucking awesome.
Okay, so
Going to stop me from trying.
what a wang. Fuck you, Reen. He's like, I'm gonna kill this. You know, okay.
Idiot, you're still
I would be okay with this,
Right.
except that I got this motherfucker down to his last fifth of health, and then the game stopped me and was like, and suddenly Reen's like, oh, I'm out of power. I can't fight anymore. I'm like, fuck you. I've got so many things.
Lame.
But we'll fight him a little bit. We'll see if we can't get to the end, because I'm pretty sure after that is the big intro thing. So,
All right, cool.
I don't know.
Get him.
I'm gonna try. He's gonna kind
Get him,
of. He's
boy.
gonna whoop my ass. I also think it's weird how like your character starts with like 900 hit points, and or with several with like 6,000 hit points, and these attacks are doing like 900 hit points of damage. It's like, why can't I just start with like, 200 and then he does 10? I guess that wouldn't be.
Yeah, why does it have to be so high?
It wouldn't. I mean, it's arbitrary, right? So
Right. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, whatever.
so I'm just gonna do the
Get him
thing,
in the knees. Oh God.
which is basically just attack until I hit the CP limit. Oh, not the grand crack!
I got a grand crack
Not
for
the
you.
grand crack.
Here I go.
All right, someone do some healing. I mean, it's a pretty nice little system. I like it.
I'm thinking about anime right now, and earlier today I was I watched this video on YouTube. So there was this anime that came out on DVD here in the States back in the friggin' 1999, 2000, like early 2000, the early aughts.
Yeah.
And I think it's called Ghost Story or Ghost Stories.
Okay.
And it's about these kids. They're in a Japanese like middle school or something, and they're like the Scooby Gang. They're going around solving mysteries with their magical cat friend and whatnot. So apparently, if you look up on YouTube, Ghost Stories dub, you will find that the dub apparently, like the dialogue was so, when they translated it, the dialogue was so generic and boring, and the stories were so generic and boring that the dub goes completely off the fucking rails, and it's basically like them screaming, like there's a psychic girl who's sort of connected to ghosts and stuff. They made her say shit like, oh, it's okay. I've always been attuned to the spiritual world, specifically my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Okie dokie.
And like there's a little boy who's like somebody's little girl's little brother, and he's like I was like, they're like, wow, you are retarded.
What is this?
It's
the fuck are you talking to me about? I'm
the
trying to
dub
fight
for this anime. Fucking, I don't care. The dub for this anime the voice actors just started ad-libbing all their lines, and they left it like that in the DVDs.
Why?
Because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but what if you gave a shit about the story
You
of the
watch
thing?
the subtitle version. Fuck it.
Okay, all right.
This is when they caught on to the crazy idea that you can release shit with both languages. Yeah, I mean it's like, man, it's really fucking funny. Like there's a moment when the little kid is trying to train for like a decathlon or something, like to run track. And the main character is running behind him, trying to encourage him. And it's clear that in the Japanese version, he's like, yeah, go faster, you can do it. But in the dub, he's like, pretend like a black guy is chasing you.
Fuck.
It's really fucked up.
Okay.
And then the kid just kind of like, he can't run very fast. Oh, this is like the.
Is this what
ending.
happens?
Yep.
Where
What happens, Larry?
Well, no, where look, I'm whooping his ass.
yeah.
I got plenty of EP. I got all kinds of.
Barely putting a dent
No,
into
I
it.
got down to half
we
health.
got this.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then he does this number.
Close to you near too.
Oh, shut up.
I told you this would happen.
Yeah, listen to the cat.
That's helpful.
Listen to Luna.
Yep.
Get back.
How am I supposed to do that? I'm exhausted, apparently.
You could have done that.
For no good reason. You could have done that earlier. Oh! Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie.
Oh, she lost an ear.
No, she's fine.
Oh, it's just the graphics.
Damn it! They didn't have enough money to make a second model with one ear.
So anyway, like the kid then like he can't run track, and so they're all like, oh well, at least he's not racist.
I don't understand why you're telling me
You
this
don't
story,
understand-
Matt.
you don't get it?
I don't understand
I'll
why you're
show
telling
it to
me
you.
this story.
I'll show it to you
I don't
during the
wanna
break.
see it.
No, you
I don't
have
wanna
to.
See it.
You have
I don't
to.
want to see it.
It's so good.
All
Well,
right.
clear. This is the. Oh boy.
Oh, Jesus is here.
Shit's on. Kick his ass, Jesus.
That's right. And that'd be good. Do a JRPG where Jesus was the main
I
character.
used to believe in love. Now I believe in this. It's a fucking axe. You ever seen The Last Temptation of Christ?
No. No.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really religion. I don't care.
Well, it's the best movie about Jesus because it actually like challenges preconceived notions of Jesus.
Green.
Makes him like a badass.
Okay.
Green.
I very little interest in biblical times or biblical stories.
I think that there's a cool story to be had there. You've just got to, suss through all the bullshit.
Without a second to spare.
And honestly, I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into religion.
all right, that's
I'm not
fine,
getting anywhere
that's
near it.
I don't want to even imagine what could have happened if we weren't in time.
So this is the princess
Okay, cool.
You aren't
of the
hurt,
royal
are you?
family. She's all flirty and weird.
Cool.
That's your sister.
sex with her. Her
Elise. And then
It's
you
fine.
got
It's anime. We're all going to have sex with everybody.
this guy is called Toeback or something
Have sex
stupid
with
like
them,
that.
All that. This is what happens, right? You get to have sex with everybody?
No, dude. There's some weird. Okay, we're gonna skip over this, and it's not really like a spoiler or anything, but like these two's relationship is like fucking Simon and River Tam and in Serenity, where you're like, you guys are fucking right. Like you're doing some incest thing, and we're just not seeing it on screen because you don't act like brothers and sisters. Like there's literally they're gonna go back to his town. He's gonna collapse. They're gonna take him back to his hometown, which we've established is very near here.
Right.
And his hometown is famous for having hot springs. And at the end of it, it's like he's in the hot spring, and she comes in. And she's like, "I want to wash your back." I'm like, "That's code for fucking, right?" Yeah. And then the princess comes in and says something about skinship.
Yep.
Like a pun on kinship.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And
that's weird and gross.
And it's like, are they fucking? I don't like. This is what happens when you don't get. This is all you anti-censorship people. This is what happens when you don't censor: is you get to dip into the well of all of that Japanese brothers and sisters doing it stuff that is just all everywhere.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
What? Tell me.
Voice resound with the back
Different strokes to move the world, but man.
What are you saying to me right now? What are you saying to me?
yet.
I'm not saying
God
nothing.
almighty. I
I'm
am
not saying nothing.
You and I we're gonna have to get out the training stick when we're done with this for a minute.
As I listen,
Okay. Anyway,
feel myself
this is probably
back into
we're really close. Can we go probably way over?
Yeah, I think we can wrap this up. We're about 40 minutes, so whoa.
Okay, no, that's fine. I just wanted to see if we have enough time for the little cutscene here.
Okay.
So I think, yeah, here we
Oh,
go.
here we go.
So it's the late
Cool.
title card. Now,
Ooh.
here's where we're going to find all the names, right?
All right.
You ready for the names?
I'm ready.
I mean, like, you're going to read them, and your brain's going to be like, well, that's not supposed to be spelled
Not
like
even a
that.
name.
I mean, at least that was how it was for me.
Right.
So we have the intro, and then we have this, and then I think there's a second intro when you finish the prologue chapter.
Okay. Cool.
But see, like, we already had the intro.
Reen
Yeah.
Schwarzer.
Ryan Schwartzer.
Ryan.
Elisa
Elisa?
Renford.
That's not so bad.
Not Reenford.
She's a cutie.
Laura S. Arside.
Elliot.
Elliot Craig. Craig Elliott.
Machias.
Oh, and Emma Milstein. Milstein? Fine. Cosell.
Husis.
Husias. Gaius Warzel.
Millium.
Millennium Orion.
Millennium,
Yeah,
sure.
sure. We got Claire
Claire,
Redfield, Total
Tobal,
Random, and Sarah Valentine. Angelica
Angelica.
Roger.
George.
Toa
No-
Hirschnall.
Gnome.
Yeah, like what? Also, is it World War II?
Whoa, that's a lot of guys.
Alfin Rice Orner, Alvian Rice Orner, Victor S. Arside, Sharon Kruger.
Oh my God.
Celine.
and Valimar. Celine and Megatron.
That's right. It's over, Prime. Oh, man. All right.
Do you get the Blu-ray yet?
No. Seriously, though.
Crow.
Yeah, settle in, because this is going to keep going.
Oh,
because there are
shit.
literally 1 million. Vita Clotilda? Duvalier.
Duvalier.
Blue Blanc.
Blow Black.
Leonidas. I know that
hey,
name.
yeah.
Xenoblade
Oh,
Chronicles.
jeez.
McBurn.
Burns.
He looks like a McBurn.
Yeah.
McBurn?
McBurn.
Altina Orion and
Lechster
Arundel.
Rufus. That's a fucking, all right.
Yeah.
He don't look like a Rufus.
Duke Cayenne. Yeah.
Delicious.
Call him Duke Pepper. It's easier. Call him Duke Pepper. I'd remember him.
People. Lots of people.
So,
They're doing stuff.
I think that there may be one more. Is this the last one? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. We're wrapping it up. So you're watching this on YouTube. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you'd like to see these videos one day earlier, you can always head to RageSelect.com. If you want to buy this game, we're going to have some links down there for Amazon. This game is only $40.
Nice.
But I think the only version for Amazon is the Vita version, because I don't think they're making a physical PS3 version. I think it's only digital. But if you want to buy something on Amazon and you start at that link, we get a little bit of the profit. It helps us out. If you'd like to help us out more, you can head to patreon.com/RageSelect. That was so lazy,
That was
right?
fucking
so
lame.
lazy.
Lame.
Patreon.com/Rage Select. You can basically kick us some bucks, and in return, we kick you bonus videos that nobody else in the world gets to see. Matt, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at mattfrankart.com, Kaiju Samurai on DeviantArt, Spanxel85 on Twitter and Tumblr, Godzilla Rage Across Time. My latest book is out in stores right now. You can, or it might not be, because it is officially sold out,
Okay.
and they're doing a second printing, which is fucking exciting, and means that I think it might be the first time it's ever actually happened.
Nice.
That like a book I worked on. I think it's the first time it's happened since like Kingdom of Monsters #1 came out like in 2011. But that was because it was, Eric Powell and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super exciting. So I'm really happy about that.
Cool. Check it out. With that, you join us back here tomorrow for part 2, where we are going to skip forward roughly 3.5 hours from this point. But don't worry, because all you missed was the super slow beginning of the JRPG, and we're going to jump in at that point. So see you then.